Hello everyone, I am Nanda. Today we are going to show a demo of team formation and guide allotment software for final year projects. The whole process is divided into two phases, team formation and guide allotment. General rules of this process are as follows. Total 204 students of the department are divided into four groups, namely A, B, C and D according to their CGPA. Each team consists of members from each group, thus forming a team size of 4. Member from group A will always be the team leader of the team. Users of our website are admin, team leaders, team members and faculties. Team formation and guide allotment phase are sequential. In the sense, in the beginning, team formation phase will be enabled and the guide allotment phase will be disabled. Once the team formation phase is completed, the admin will disable the team formation phase and enable the guide allotment phase. This is the landing page of our website. We have not yet developed the mobile view of the website, so we would recommend everyone to use the desktop site view for our software. So first, in order to know in which group you are, you can just download the PDF through this website, and you will get to know about all the students and their respective groups in this PDF. In the team formation phase, the members of group A should send the invitation to the members of group B, C and D in order to form the team. So once the admin initiates the whole process, the members of group A will get an email with their login credentials. For this demo purpose, I have taken a dummy login ID and a dummy password. Once the members of group A have their login credentials, they can log in with their login ID and password. So once they log in, this will be the home page of the team leaders, and they will be having a list of the invitation they have sent and a list of invitations which have been accepted. In the beginning, no invitation will be sent and no invitation will be accepted. So they have to navigate to this page where they can send the invitations to group B, C and D. Team leaders can search by name or USN and send the invite to the respective student. So this will take a couple of seconds to send the invite to John. So once the mail is sent successfully, the John student will be removed from the list. Once the invite is sent to John, team leader can cross-verify by going to the home page, and they can see that the invitation is sent to John successfully. John, on the other hand, would receive an invite to his email, and if he likes to join the team, he can just press this button, or if he does not like to join the team, he can just ignore this email. Now once he presses the join team button, he gets a success message. Now John can cross-verify whether he has been added successfully into the team or not by going to the main page and navigating to the result page and selecting his group and entering his USN number. So now, if his name is in this team, then it is double confirmation that John is added to the team successfully. Now the team leader can see John in the invitation accepted list. Now the team leader can send more invitations in other groups. A team leader can send n number of invitations in any particular group. Now let us assume that the team leader wants to send the invite to Alex and Raj from group C. Now the invitation would be sent to the email address of Alex and Raj. But after a certain period of time, if the team leader changes his mind and if he does not want Alex in his team, then he can just press this unsend button and withdraw the invitation from Alex. But Alex would already have received an email from the team leader. Now, if Alex tries to join the team after the team leader withdrawing the invite of Alex, then he would get an error message. Now, let us assume that Raj accepts the invitation of the team leader. Now, Raj has been added to the team from group C. The one important point to be noted here is that once the team member accepts the invite of a particular team, then no other team leaders of group A can send invitation to that particular member. His name would be removed automatically from the send list of other team leaders. Now let us send the invitation to group D members. Let us send an invitation to Ram from group D. Now we can see that in team Nanda, John from group B, Raj from group C have accepted the invitation, and Ram from group D is still not accepted the invitation. Now let us assume that another different leader tries to send the invitation to the same person. In this case, it is Ram. If another team leader sends the invitation to Ram, Ram will be having two invitations with him. Now, if he tries to join to team Nanda, then he gets a success message. But after this, if he again tries to join the team of Sheshnath, then he gets an error message, because at any point of time, the team member can be a part of one single team. If the team leader fails to form a team, that is, if he do not know any student in any particular group, or if he is not interested in any of the students in any particular group, then after the deadline of the team formation phase, our algorithm will randomly allot a student from that group to his team. This is the complete working of team formation phase. Once team formation phase is completed, the admin will enable guide allotment phase.